nail bed, you know, fungus, it's really hard to get it out, especially with feet, toenails and stuff. With fungus, they have to laser it to really try and kill it. But so with guinea pigs, if it's like that, we can just treat it when it comes back again, because often it is like chronic, you know. Hello, everybody.
He's hard to
Hi
catch,
there.
so I don't know how we're gonna treat it.
I know, I'm gonna do this to read. Hi, Skunk. Hi, April. Hi, Brigitte. Maybe Sally. Hi, guys. So good to see you. Sarah's doing a little fungal check here. Not a fungal check, just a parasite check on this guy who's here for a checkup. Hi, little buddy. You want to show his back feet? Yeah. So you see his feetsies? Yeah, in the light maybe a little more. It's hard to see. You can see the dryness here. So guinea pig's never supposed to have dry feet. You can really tell on the top of his toes as well, and inside. So that is a fungus. They don't have dry feet. So don't let your vet pawn you off and say, oh, it's just dry feet, because it's not. It's always a fungus. So then when we treat it, it goes away. But the pig is unlucky, the owner. It could have already have gone into the nail bed, as I was explaining earlier. And then there's not much you can do but just to keep treating it and, you know, repressing it, and then unfortunately it will come out. So I'm wearing my glasses today. I never do on the live. I'm as blind as a bat. I can't see anything without. I'm like a -5. So, and I thought maybe I could read my comments, but I think I still need my other reading glasses on top to read the comments. So I do what Gabe does. He does this. You literally, oh my gosh. If I put reading glasses over, I can see properly. It's just ridiculous. Oh, thank you. I look all lazy. Yeah, I'm a little scared of that. Yeah, I just thought I'd go summery today because it is actually a really beautiful day today. Yes, I'll show you. It's beautiful today. Nice and sunny. Look at that. Yeah. Still summer here. It's so weird. Look how nice the arena is done. Every Saturday, the horses unfortunately can't use it because they do during the week, but it's because we put all the stuff out and the entrance is there, so people come and park their cars here. So otherwise, we have neighbors complaining that there are too many cars on the street on a Saturday. So then the horses only have that front run there, but it's only Saturday, you know, just Saturdays. Yeah. So, and this happens a lot. When I go live is when it's a quiet time, and I want it to be a really busy time so we can do like adoptions and more health checks, and it's just quiet right now. But let's go and check in with these kids. Hi. I just plucked a bunch of grass. Hi, Trippy. I was a little concerned about you yesterday, buddy. He didn't like come out running when he sensed there was food. See? He does that. He's deaf, but I don't know. He senses. Maybe he can still hear a little bit, but I don't think so. But they're very good at sensing. Like, look, his head going up and down. That's him sensing around. That's him sensing around.
Did you need some help?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me chug my protein shake. Having my 5-minute lunch.
So, and can also tell you guys that it is official that Wilson is joining the Buddha Boys. You heard it from me. It's 100% official. Yes, Wilson, you. Yes, you. New Buddha Boy. I might have to rename you. I don't think Wilson is a good name. I don't know. So we know that Sarah found him. And guess what else Sarah found this morning?
Butterfinger.
Where is he?
Underneath lavender.
This is what Sarah found this morning. Hi, baby boy. He's a little bit of an older boy.
No, 2.5.
And guess where he was in? In there. And it says guinea pig in bag. Yep.
But he's very healthy. We health checked him this morning.
So where was he exactly?
I wasn't here, but Izzy found him when he was moving his car.
Oh,
Izzy found him at like 7:45 this morning.
Oh, that means Izzy came home at 7:45 this morning. Because he's still sleeping.
Sarah comes in early and she
Halloween
plays with all the
party.
pigs before she clocks in.
Yeah.
And Izzy, no, don't eat the heating pad cord. So Izzy showed this to Sarah. Luckily, she was here. She comes in early on Saturdays and plays with the pigs before she clocks in.
Yeah. So I have a feeling someone saw his story and thought, I can do that.
Yeah, that's what I told Sarah.
Which is a very scary development. Not a pig in a bag. Yeah. And then,
But he's healthy, he smells good, he's very well taken care of, and he'll be adoptable in a couple days after we keep an eye on him.
yeah. Yeah. And you are just so at home now. Yes. I didn't get you a yummy. I got yummies for everyone. I didn't get you one. He's so handsome, isn't he, guys? You is so handsome. I know, he's so photogenic. It's like his face is just made for taking photos of. Yeah. I really wish I could take photos while I'm doing the live.
Good to see you!
Wow, look who's here.
Look who's here to
Hey,
volunteer.
Markus. Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Been a while.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you miss us?
I do. I miss being here a lot.
Yeah. Well, good. We would love having you here. Wilson, did you get snack? You did. Num 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 num.
Of course, yeah. I just figured he can like be the front and back.
Oh, we have a guest.
Yeah, they're just looking. I just
Oh,
finished
okay.
their health check.
It's a really slow day, Marcus, but when it gets, I mean, it's you can start feeding veggies if you want.
Have they been cut yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're cut front and back.
Okay, so
Okay.
the fridge in the back.
Yeah, they're at the fridge in the back.
Okay, I'll start on that.
Whoops. I'm trying to make sure that the live chat, sometimes we have it on top chat and not live, so I don't see everything, so I changed it. So I'm taking over. Hi, it's Avery. What's up? For those of you who don't know me, I am the manager here. I just don't typically work Saturdays. I mostly work from home because I live like 55 miles away. But, you know, we make it out here. We do our job. So Saskia has taken a step back, and so I'm going to show you, I'm going to kind of just do a walkthrough with you guys and show you our piggies. And at this time, it's going to be a really good time for us to have a Q&A. So if anybody has any questions about the rescue or about guinea pig care in general, or anything, you can ask here and I'll be reading the chat. So it is guinea pig walkthrough / Q&A time. So we've seen Wilson. Let's start here. So we have Curtis and Calvin. This is, hello. Oh, that's Curtis. And Calvin has a little bit of ringworm on his face. But as soon as that clears up, they'll be adoptable. They're LA 400 babies. They were born here a few months ago. They were from some of our first batch, so we've had to pair them off because they weren't adopted. April, there is no wait list for adoption or bonding appointments. In fact, if you are local and free, fill out an application. I have a 3 o'clock available. This is Nat and Titan. I think they might be father and son, possibly. I'm not sure. But they've got a pretty big age gap. Titan is the Abyssinian. Have you guys got the discount for first-time CBD buyers? That is a Saskia question, which I will ask for you. I know that's a campaign that we want to be running. I have not heard that we are commencing that yet, but I will ask. Anyways, that's Titan. He's an old boy, and Nat, and they're very adoptable. He's a senior. He's a not senior. This guy keeps him young. Here's our Bahama Mama cage. We've named the community cages because it just makes life easier. And we've got a few adoptable females and a few not adoptable females. Oh, it's a big yawn. Elizabeth, that was a big yawn. Is there a constant person to talk to for email requests? Yes, me. I'm the only one that answers them. This is Otis and Oscar, and they are a pair of middle-aged boys that are available for adoption. Butter and Toast are our last remaining NorCal 700 boys. And they're older, but they are adoptable. They're like 7 years old now, I think. Here is our Himalayan hideout cage. That's Belly. That's Pepper. That's Hera. That's Mon. Phantom. And Jolene. Jolene. Pretty girl. Who's that?
Either Bean or Boozle. They look the same.
Oh.
I'm just doing a nail clipping on him.
So when it's nice and slow, we do health checks on our long-term piggies.
They
Okay.
can't be together anymore.
I think Marianne and Lovey have broken up. But you
Yeah.
know what? I have made cage room in both the beasts and in this blue cage right here.
They're done.
They've been arguing for a few days. They were fine until like a week ago.
Yeah.
Guinea pig drama, excuse me. We're on our live stream right now. Okay, here's Mew. I love this guy. He's so fuzzy.
They've been together for like months. They have babies together.
Here's Danny Boy. He came in with Checkerboard and they were together for a really long time. And then they recently broke up. So he needs a new friend. And then, of course, we have our Grimoire. Right now, we don't have any boy babies, so we've had to use the CNC cage for something else. But as soon as we have boy babies to give him, he'll be back as our nanny boar. This is Lana Del Pig. Not aptly named because it's a boy. But he was another one that was found in front of the garage, or in front of the gate a few months ago, back in August. Someone just dumped him, unfortunately. And no, Grimoire is not adoptable. He is like 6.5, 7 years old, and he is in congestive heart failure. So he's managed with medication, and he's a really good nanny boar. This is Moo, and he's huge. This is an absolute unit. And he actually came with Mew, and they broke up. And I think it's because they're both gigantic and just, you know, both dominant, big, giant pigs. Moo is, he is adorable. He is big.
Yeah, he's a fat boy.
He's a fat. Here's Checkerboard. He's the one that came in with Danny Boy. And they broke up. I don't know why, because they're both very sweet. And I think they're brothers, actually, because they look the same. This is Pedro. He is an older boy up for adoption. He actually had a buddy, but his buddy unfortunately passed away. So now we have to find him a new buddy. This is Lavender. She was surrendered this week. She's on pregnancy watch, but low risk. We think that she probably wasn't exposed, but because it was possible, we do a just-in-case pregnancy watch. And I think she's going to go into a community cage by the end of the day because I've made some room today. And then we already saw Butterfinger from this morning. This is Blaze. He's from the LA 400. He was not born here. He was a boy that snuck in with the girls that we discovered the day that we brought them all in. So he has been separated from them since the day we brought them in. But he is looking for a home. He's a little wild because he was living in that backyard. But he'll tame up fast when he gets a home. Boys do a really good job of taming up.
Dominant.
He needs a baby. This is Rascal. And he's a big boy and he's so cute. He's aptly named as well. He's been a tough fawn too. That's why he's still here. So if anybody has a nice mellow boy that needs a little bit of a cray-cray friend, he would do well.
Wow.
Here's Chip. If any of you guys remember, he is our last pig left from the Garden Grove rescue back in February. Back in February, we were alerted of a home in Garden Grove that had like 30 guinea pigs just running around the property. So Saskia went and we took all the piggies, and the girls had their babies. Babies got adopted out. Boys were separated, and Chip is our last pig. You can, so Debbie, you can continue to feed alfalfa until the other piggy is 6 months old. It doesn't harm anybody. It's, you know, good for them to eat. But it should not be their main source of hay. It should just be a supplement, like a handful a day. So yes, you can continue to feed the alfalfa. It's really good for their bone development. Actually, our pellets here are alfalfa based. They're organic. As long as they're not mixed with like a ton of fillers and ingredients that are not natural, the calcium content isn't really an issue. If you watch Sherwood Pet Health, they do alfalfa based pellets. They have a video talking about kind of the misinformation about alfalfa and what we think really causes stones, which is a combination of genetics as well as these bad filler ingredients. So this is Chip. Yeah, he was a nanny boar for a while, but we don't have any babies for him. But he's very adoptable. He's our last Garden Grove boy. Last Garden Grove pig. This is Benson. He's our little old man. He was surrendered a few weeks ago. Who's that?
Nosy.
What?
His nose is all dirty.
Oh no. Have Saskia just double check him because he might have the sniffles and need to be looked at. Benson was surrendered a few weeks ago. He's actually 9 years old. So we are hoping to find someone who is interested in a super senior. Even though he's old, he is very, 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 very healthy. Nothing wrong with him, just an old man. Yeah, you can mix the alfalfa and Timothy. Like I said, they don't need a lot of alfalfa, just unlimited Timothy and a handful of alfalfa a day. So I wouldn't get like a premix. I would have them separated. We have some borders here. We keep our skinnies in the front because we have them on heating pads. This is Tyree, and he looks like a really big fat version of Terrific. Oops, sorry, I gotta close the cage in the... And then this is Spike. He's also a skinny. And he's a boarder as well. He's here for a few days while his parents are on vacation. So our skinnies we keep up here because we want to keep them more temperature controlled given that they don't have any fur. And we also like to keep them on fleece. Okay, here is our mostly sanctuary girl cage. Olafina, this white one is adoptable, but we've got some sanctuary girls here. We have Ginger and Tilly are these two lovely light orange ones. And then this one with the funky fur is Kelly. Kelly is very old, probably 7, possibly older. So, oh yes, but she's super happy, super healthy, but given her age and that she's got some funky eyes and some funky fur, she's just sanctuary here. This is the Cavi Cottage, which we also call the old lady cage. Most of the time, all the pigs in here are old ladies. Not all of them, because none of them are sick. They're just old. This is Mango. Abby. I don't know who you are. Valeria? I think that's Valeria. This is Daphne. And that is Nilla. Nilla's been here a while. She's really sweet. She's a staple in this cage. Here we have Pablo and Sandra. This is Pablo. He's a neutered male. Sandra is his girlfriend, and they are sanctuary because Sandra, unfortunately, has some masses and some hormonal issues causing the hair loss, so she's sanctuary here. This is our cabana community. Yeah, you can mix the young and adult pellets. That's not a problem. I don't know everybody's name. I think that's Diana. Do I remember Joy? She was there in the summer and I don't see her anymore. Joy passed away a few months ago. So it's Diana, and this is Layla, Clarice, Kayup, and Twinkie. These are Anderson and Mandel. They're like 8 years old, so they're sanctuary here as well. The rumbling's coming from the beast cage. Porter and Gordon. These guys are sanctuary as well because they're older, and one of them, this one, has on and off teeth issues. Once we trim them, he can eat fine for a while, but then we have to trim them again. Handsome Lad. Who is Handsome Lad? Lincoln and Liam, I think they were surrendered last week. They were 3 months old back in 2022. Oh, we found the original cards. So it means that they're 3 years old yet. White skinny. We do not have a white skinny. Here's the cage that Joy was in. So we have Catalina, we have Elation, and we have Miss Franny. Oh, the light glares from the strip lights that were under the cage. We don't have a white skinny, and we don't have any. Do we have a guinea pig named Handsome Lad? Someone's asking. No, I don't believe we have a guinea pig named that, and we don't have any white skinnies or pink skinnies. This is our beast cage. We call it the beast bungalow because everyone in here just has beast energy. But once they're in this cage, they mellow out. We've got 4 in here right now. So we have Lorenza, Mila. That's June, and I think that's Oishi. And they're also sleepy. Here's Damon. He only has 1 baby with him. This is like one of our last LA 400 babies. We've got actually a few immature babies. They're not ready to be adopted for another couple weeks, but I think that was our last litter. Thank goodness. Wendy and Muriel. That's Muriel. This is Wendy. This cage is empty and needs to be cleaned. And then here we have Honeybee, Serena. Serena's camera shy. Serena. This is Mary Beth. And Bumblebee. Whoa. Bumblebee. We have Bean and Boozled in here. They're both lilacs. I think the other one we took out because we saw you had a runny nose, so we're showing that to Saskia. We have our Sanctuary Boy Trio, Thirstwell, Amric, and Mortlock. They actually came in with the girls up here, and they all have just that funky eye issue. But they're super, super, super bonded, and they're just Sanctuary here as a lovely trio. They absolutely adore each other. And now we have our Falabella. She's our thyroid girl, so she's super skinny. Sorry about the glare. It's the strip light. She's very skinny, but she eats well, so she is Sanctuary, and she always has a baby girl with her, so this is Amelia. And then when Amelia gets adopted, we'll find Falabella a new friend. We have Oliver and Dakota. They're a pair of, one is 5, one is 2. And they're a pair of bonded boys. They're very humpy with each other, but they never escalated past the humpy. So I think they just need to go to like an experienced family who can tolerate the humpiness. And we have Marianne and Lovey. They're original LA 400 girls. They both came pregnant. And up until a week ago, they liked each other. They don't like each other right now, so I think we're gonna separate them today.
Really quick.
Yeah.
This is Boozled, right? It says gray, orange, and white patch on head. So I'm not crazy, right?
No, he's the only one with white on his head.
Okay. They just look so similar.
Yeah, you know, when they came in, they had URIs too, so it could be...
Yeah.
Once they get it once, they're susceptible.
Great.
This is Leanne. She's a barn girl, but we found that she wasn't feeling her best last week, so we brought her up and got her on medicine, and she's feeling a lot better. So she'll be adoptable in a couple of weeks, I think. And then this is Addie. She's actually boarding with us. Her mama dropped her off today. Whoops, I just hit my nose with the camera. And she's up here because she's a senior lady. She's like 7 years old. And so we keep the old boarders up here as well so we can keep a better eye on them. The back is really only for very young pigs that don't need an eye kept on them. So our senior boarders stay up here in the front. I know Andrew's on his lunch and you're here, so it means we don't have any clients right now.
Absolutely not.
So it's a slow... Hello? It's a slow day here at LA Guinea Pig Rescue. I had a few adoptions this morning, and then we've got a gap, and then I've got a few more this afternoon. We don't have any health checks right now. We don't have a lot to put our volunteers on, so I just sent Markus to the back and said, go feed veggies and play with pigs. It's rare that we don't have jobs for people to do, but I'm hoping it gets busier a little bit later. We did a couple of walk-in baths, which was nice. You can see, because it's warm, our Giganto swamp cooler's on, and it keeps this adoption area, because it's all roofed in, Keeps it nice and cool. I got laundry going, which I think will be done in a minute. But yeah, it is a quiet day at the ranch. So it's good because we've been able to do things like clean out cages and get laundry done and get some organization. But we miss our clients. We want to see people. We want to see pigs. So I don't have a ton more to show you. I guess I can take you guys to the back. But yes, bring on your questions, your Q&A questions. You can ask about the ranch. You can ask about anything about our rescue. You can ask about guinea pig care. You can ask how I'm doing today. So let me get you guys to the back. Switch this. Looks like Gabe is turning out the horses. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Today's been a nice day.
Hola.
You're on the live. Say hello, Gabe. And which horsey is this?
Huh?
Which horsey is this?
This is Blake.
Blake?
He's been here the longest.
How old is Blake?
I think he's like 14, 15.
Oh, wow. Is Weed Whacker okay? Yes, Weed Whacker's in the backyard, minding his own business. And no, I'm not going to go find him because he hates me. And that goose's goal in life is to eliminate me, I think. That goose has locked me in the bathroom before. He does not like me. So I'm not seeking him out. Sorry. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, we kind of label everything here so we know what's what. This is stall 2. This is the center barn, and then we have 3, 4, and 5. So we'll start here in center barn. We've got the 2 shyest girls in the world in this cage. Whoop. That little Teddy has, okay, all right, a little camera shy. She's got a little bit of an eye infection, but as soon as that goes away, these 2 are really young, they'll go on the floor. These are the remaining pigs that have not given birth from the LA 400. They're off pregnancy watch within the next week or so. So this one, she has no name, but she's really cute. Once they're off pregnancy watch, they will be getting baths, health checks, ivermectin, and then they'll go on the floor because all of these guys are super young. Oh yeah, Scott loves Weed Whacker. I cannot with Weed Whacker. I think Weed Whacker knows that I'm scared of him and he takes advantage of that. So yeah, these guys are just young females that have not given birth yet. They're not showing any signs of pregnancy. Just to be extra safe, we've done an extended pregnancy watch on everybody just to make sure that we don't accidentally not catch someone if they decided to give birth a little late. Just like people sometimes were a week late too. I think my best friend was 42 weeks when she gave birth, so you know, it happens. This is Cilantro and Bluebell. They were actually both born here. Cilantro is neutered. This is Cilantro. He's neutered. And that's Bluebell. That's his girlfriend. They were both born here a few years ago and they were surrendered last week. So they're a very adoptable pair. We have Jameson and Guinness, another adoptable pair. Really sweet piggies, really sweet. And I love their names because I'm a big fan of Guinness. Not a huge fan of Jameson, not a whiskey drinker, but now we have Larry and Harry, who are LA 400 babies. They're hard to catch because they're so small. So unfortunately, because our adoption rates have been so down and we just don't have consistent adoptions, we've unfortunately had to pair off a lot of the LA 400 baby boys. Usually, this cage won't close. Usually, we're able to adopt babies out fast enough, but we weren't, and they were getting too big for the nanny boar cages, which meant we needed to pair them off and make pairs. Here are Joe and Wiley. They're a nice adoptable pair of boys. We have Venice and Gonzo. This is Gonzo. And this is Venice. He was actually born here. and then surrendered. I don't know if you guys remember, his mom's name was California, and she had 3 babies here. And we named them all California themed names. And then April asked, do I have piggies of my own? I do not. I did have a pair when I started volunteering here back in 2016. And my last boy died about 5 years ago. And unfortunately, it's been back and forth. My husband and I have talked about getting piggies. But I'm here all the time, and I've got guinea pigs coming out of my ears working here. So it's kind of nice to go home and not take care of guinea pigs when I've been taking care of guinea pigs all day. These are Neptune and Crosby. Actually, I fostered a couple when we first got the LA 400, and I almost kept 2. But my husband and I were about to go on vacation, and then I was like, okay, not the right time. But actually, if you guys remember Aquila, he was the bottle baby. We posted him on Instagram, and then I made a video showing how I fed him. I fostered his mom and his 3 brothers, and I almost adopted him and one of his brothers, but it just wasn't the right time. These are Dave and Apricot. Apricot was born here. They are so cute. I don't know how they haven't been adopted yet. Like, you people who are passing up on those 2 are crazy. And we got Ed, Ed, and Eddie. These are a trio of LA 400 boys, and they get along so well that we're going to try to keep them in a trio and adopt them out to someone who wants 3 boys. It's really, really hard to get a good boy trio going, and a lot of people want more than 2, but don't want boys, and they just want girls. Or, I'm sorry, don't want girls. So that's kind of our fun trio for someone who wants a trio of boys. This is Jack and Leo, more LA 400 babies who were paired off. These guys are big, so these guys were probably some of the first ones that were born. Finn and Winston. Oh my goodness, look at how cute you are. Oh, goodbye. So many camera shy piggies. Pop and Pip, these guys were separated last week or the week before. They got just too big for the nanny boar cage, and they started... Oh, Meepy, thank you for the super chat. They were causing issues in the nanny boar cage, and they were driving Damon crazy, so we moved them with Grimoire, and they drove Grimoire crazy, so... And then we have Mike and Anthony, and they're named after our wonderful volunteers, Mike and Anthony, who come here every other week and volunteer. They were here last week. You may have seen them on the live. Camera shy, camera shy. Abu and Raja. Hi, guys. These ones are also really big babies. So these guys were probably also born in late July or early August. So all these amazing established boy pairs. So if you're looking for a new pair of pigs, I have so many pairs right now. This is Woody and Buzz. I have so many pairs right now, guys. And because these are boys, they will need their own space. They won't be bonded with anybody else. So we have Kobe and Jack. More big babies. Big babies. Bo and Bosco. Oh, and we've kind of tried to pair them off to where they don't look exactly alike, but when they're this big, we run into personality issues. So these guys are twinning. I think one's crested and one's not crested. And this guy's a teddy, actually. This is some of our very first babies that were born. Rotary and Rosario. So these guys, Rotary I know for a fact was born in like late July. That's Rotary. And that's Rosario. Milo or Milo and Moose. Milo and Moose, where are you? There's that guy. These are more big babies. Please, guys, adopt some baby boys, or if you know anyone who wants a new pair of piggies, look at how many baby boys we have. And boys are the best because boys, they really love their humans and they tame up so fast. So here's some boarders. These are Hazel and Wicket. Their mom is on vacation, so they're here with us for a couple of weeks. These guys are regular. They started boarding with us when they were babies. They've been good clients of ours for a long time. Who else? Marsha and Tubbs are boarding with us. Oh, hello, you're so cute. Look at that fur. How fun. Look at your beautiful face. You are just stunning. Look at your pink nose. Just look at the nose. And then Mango and Doe, they're being picked up today. Doe, they were both adopted from here. I cannot remember. Doe is this darker one, and then the lighter one is Mango. Doe is a neutered boy. I know they were both adopted here. I can't remember what the girl's name was when they were here, but Doe used to be Kane, and he was actually neutered here. And then when he was ready to go, his mom adopted him and one of his girlfriends from the community cage. And then we have Michael and Ethel. This is another neutered male-female pair. Michael is the black one, and then Ethel is the white one who doesn't want to turn around. Ethel! You're so cute, hi, sweetheart. Okay. We have Johnny and Bryce, who are also twinning and camera shy. Hi, baby. We have Taps and Reveille. More twinning pigs. We can tell the difference because usually one's crested and one's not, or one's a goody and one's not. Clem and Zion. More twins. If you're noticing a naming convention, Bryce and Zion were supposed to be together and they were arguing in the bucket. So I had to switch them up. And then Grant and Callahan. I wanted some just old man names. So I named them Grant and Callahan because old man names sounded cool. Also, my tax guy's name is Grant. Okay. We have another boarder here. This is Petunia. She's a little old lady and she's very sweet. We have Petunia here a lot. She's one of our regulars and she's always just so cute and sweet. And then here we have Nova and Tofu who are boarding with us. And look at all of these nice clean cages because we've got a volunteer here setting up and cleaning cages. We have Border Neapolitan. And this is Dash. Veterans Day coming up, so we have a little bit of a spike in boarding. Checkers and Andy. Oh my gosh, Andy has the best hair. Oreo and Sunday. Oh my gosh, look at your little pink nose, it's so cute. You must be Oreo. Yes, the holidays are coming up. The next couple of weeks is kind of like our last week of quiet before Thanksgiving and Christmas just take over the boarding area. And these are Snickers and Zeus. And they are also boarding with us. Okay. We are back in. Who comes up with all their names? Us, the staff. Mostly Andrew. He's kind of taken on the job of naming. He's here full time, and we find that whoever names the pig remembers them better. So Saskia's put in charge of him naming and knowing everybody. That's kind of his specialty. These are Louisa, Luna, and Lily. They're a pregnancy watch surrender. Very young, very healthy young females. Once they're off pregnancy watch, they'll go to the floor. We don't use a Google name generator. We all kind of have our things. So if you see D&D or Magic the Gathering themed names, that was me. This is Primrose and Ina. Excuse you. Hello. That's Primrose. And that's Ina. Primrose, they're both LA 400. They'll be off their pregnancy watch in a few days and they'll go to the floor. But Primrose is a very picky eater and won't eat unless she has a buddy, so we gave her Ina. So yeah, naming. So I always do D&D themed names or Magic the Gathering because those are games I play and there's a lot of unique names. Sarah always does really pretty names. She named these ones. Andrew's really good at naming. Andrew and Sarah both do very normal people names. And then if you see a name that's like whacked out and not part of D&D or Magic, that was John. No offense, John, if you're watching this. Your names are just very unique. John named Rotary. And then more pregnancy watch females. Again, they're off in a few days and they'll go to the floor. More LA 400. So that's all of Center Barn. Let's go into 3. All of 3 right now. Rotary needs a friend named Analog. I agree. Why do they have kids in their cages? Like, do you mean why do they give birth in their cages, or why do we have mixed ages? Can you clarify your question? These are LA 400 females, off their pregnancy watch soon. All of these guys are actually LA 400 females that are off their pregnancy watch soon. So all of these guys are going to be bathed and health checked and moved to the floor. Oh, lids. It's just how we built them. We like to have a few cages that have a lid option because every once in a while we get a jumpy pig. So if like someone fills out a boarding form and they're like, hey, my pig is jumpy, we want to make sure that we have cages available that are not just these towers. We want to make sure we have CNCs available with lids so that we can, yeah. These are Maisie and Janie. So the ones in here are LA 400 girls that are still getting over a ringworm. The ringworm has just been crazy. We've got it pretty much under control. Just a few more days of ringworm treatment on everybody, and then these ones, because they're so small, once the ringworm treatment is over, we do a couple weeks of observation to make sure it doesn't come back. And then once we're sure it doesn't come back, if they're tiny like this, okay, all right, camera shy. If they're tiny like this, they'll go into a nursery cage. And if they're bigger, they'll go on the floor. Last pregnancy watch from LA 400 for these guys. And then this big cage is the last LA 400 pregnancy watch. So yep, on November 11th, we will be bathing everybody, doing full health checks, and everybody that passes the health check will go to the floor. But we're being super cautious just because we had the ringworm outbreak. So we're keeping everyone under ringworm observation for extra time as well. And we have Markus, say hi to the live. Markus was hired as a temp when we did the LA 400. And he was here for several weeks full time. And then we got things under control, but he stays and volunteers, which we're very thankful for because Markus is awesome. So we can see observe for fungal. We're just making sure after they are off treatment, we're observing them for like 2 to 3 weeks and to make sure it's not coming back. And while they're in observation, they're getting fungal baths. So we have a fungal bath schedule every single day. Some group is getting a fungal bath. So everyone with active fungal and with observation fungal are getting weekly baths. So these are all observation fungal. And they're all really tiny too. So low risk pregnancy watch, we're keeping everybody pregnancy watch until the 11th because we would rather go extra long than accidentally adopt out a pregnant one or put a pregnant one on the floor, especially because if you're paying attention to our social media, we've had some pregnancy complications due to a combination of them being overbred as well as not being fed properly. So some of our more advanced pregnant ones, the ones that came in super pregnant, were having complications. The ones that were not super pregnant that got really good nutrition here, we stopped running into those issues. It was just the first few that had those problems. But we want to be extra safe. We don't want to adopt out anybody who's going to have funny complications. We want to make sure our piggies are super healthy and super low risk. Yes, Markus is amazing. Here's our floor. This was a nursery for non-pregnant, non-ringworm LA400 girls. They've all been adopted. Everyone else is either pregnancy watch or fungal observation, so no adoption yet. These are pregnancy watch and fungal observation, but I'm not seeing, whoops, I'm not seeing fatness. So I truly, like I said, we did a 10 to 12 week pregnancy watch instead of our normal 8 to 10 week, because we are not taking chances. You can't with a group like this. We're extra cautious. One more stall left. This is stall 5. This was the nursery stall. So if someone gave birth, they would be moved into a private tower so that mom and could nurse the babies. And then when the babies were 3 weeks old, the girls would go into the girl nursery and the boys would go with a nanny boar. Mom would get a bath and go on the floor. This is what we have left. We have a couple. We have a very stubborn ringworm case here. We've extended them 1 more week and then they'll go on the floor. This one is, she was with another pig and that other pig had babies and she didn't. She's pregnancy watch for 1 more week and then on the floor. This is what I believe, oh no, we moved her. This is another one that's pregnancy watch 1 more week and then on the floor. Oh, no. This is a barn girl that we found a little bit of ringworm on and we are treating her and then she'll go back on the floor. Aha, this is our very last litter. I'm convinced, because I don't see anybody else that's super pregnant. I think this is our very last litter. They were born Monday. There's mama and 3 babies, and we are of course going to double check the sex at 3 weeks. But as an experienced guinea pig sexer, they're all boys. They're all boys, which they're cute, but man, do we not have space for boys? I was hoping at least one would be a girl. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but they're all boys. And you guys are just so cute. And then as soon as she's done nursing, she'll get a bath and go on the floor. And this is our last set, mom and baby, again with a very stubborn fungal infection that we're battling. I extended them 1 more week as well. Their reevaluation date was, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday. I extended them 1 more week, but I think next week they'll get to go into observation. And then if they pass observation for 2 weeks, they'll get a bath and go on the floor. Okay, that is every single pig that we have at LA Guinea Pig Rescue right now. I don't have any more pigs to show you. Actually, I can show you our surrender. I haven't put him up yet. He's in a bucket. I'm really hoping that we adopt out at least 1 single male today because I don't want to put him in the back. I like to have as many of our adoptables up front as possible. So I don't want to put him in the back. The ringworm, I will not miss that phrase. I will not miss that phrase. None of us are going to miss doing fungal treatment on 400 guinea pigs twice a day. Nobody is going to miss that. But, oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed the tour. We haven't done like a full walkthrough in a while. And ringworm is cunning and devious. And actually all of the staff have gotten it at least once. Mine came late. I got mine a couple weeks ago.
Hey Avery, we have some people asking about adoption.
Fantastic.
Who's this? Anderson.
Oh, Anderson. And then this is Bobo. He's the one that was surrendered this morning. So I'm hoping to clear a cage out for him so he can stay up front. But if I don't, he'll go to the back at the end of the day. And then you guys are interested in adopting?
Perhaps, yes.
Okay, fantastic. I'm actually running our live stream right now.
Okay.
I wonder, Markus just fed the barn floor. Do you think you can set this up to watch the barn floor eat?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, I know I just saw you were in the middle of something and I totally derailed you.
No, I don't know what we're gonna do with that big box.
That's all corn, right?
It looks like
all
corn and
I think there's some lettuce and they said maybe some watermelon.
The corn kind of smells funny, but maybe that's just you.
Yeah. It's
The
corn
corn-
and
The
watermelon.
corn's already cut up too.
It's like kind of cut up. I don't know.
Bring it to the floor.
Right now?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay, hi. Looking to adopt.
Oh.
Perhaps.
It's a bit heavy.
Okay, have you been here before? Yeah. No. How'd you like it?
Okay.
My sister used to follow
We
these.
gotta go to the barn floor now. All right. Just set up real quick.
gosh, nobody can see any pigs. Is that better? I am here to collect piggies for a potential adoption. I need to grab various colors and
Just end it right now.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right, guys, sorry for leaving you in the barn for an hour. We're doing a bonding right now. This is Blaze. He's our piggy. And then her piggy is Chocolate. And they're doing pretty well. Both of them are a little dominant, but nobody's been aggressive. So I've got them in a cage with a single hide because I want to see how they resolve conflict. And you can see that Blaze is really humpy, but he backs off. Chocolate takes it, you know, he voices his dissent, but he is not getting aggressive. Blaze has teeth chattered a little bit. Chocolate has not teeth chattered at all. Now I would like them to be interested in this food, but they are very much trying to figure out who gets this hide. And I do this because they don't want to share a hide. But if I can get them to resolve this conflict, it'll be even better for them when they're in a bigger cage with 2 hides. I want to give them as much reason to fight as possible so that I know that when they get home, they'll be able to de-escalate any arguments. And then over here, I've got a girl bonding going on. So this is their piggy, and we've introduced her to many, and what we do with the girls is we have you pick as many as you want to try, and then we do process of elimination. If someone's not getting along or if the owner isn't vibing with a pig, we'll pluck it out, put it in the basket. And so we're going to keep going. We're just going to keep eliminating until we find who's the perfect pair for their piggy and their family. I want you guys to eat the food and stop humping in the house.
We'll have to go through this together and then you try to pick any piggy. We're going to have to.
And also because they're doing well, if we stopped this and started over with another pig, it would be so stressful for him that likely it would just not be. That's why I said you pick the first one, your favorite one, because the first one he gets along with is who you take home.
That's what you said. That was the first one, perfect pig.
That was even after I said I don't think he'd be a good match. So they are not interested in this food, and that's the only red flag they've been throwing, is that they're not interested in the snack, but they're interested in fighting over this house. Sir, there goes the humping. Sir, eat a snack. Oh, okay, yeah. So oh, you guys are wilding in there. Oh, you guys can't really see what's going on. Yeah, we might change the fleece in a little bit. And I think it's going pretty well over here. It's hard to pick. Okay, I am probably gonna end the live right now just because now we're starting to get a little bit more going on, but I also don't have a lot to like show you other than this one bonding. But thank you all for coming, and thank you to my wonderful staff, Sarah and Andrew, wherever you are. Thank you for all of the help that you guys have given today, and thank you to Markus for coming to volunteer, and our volunteer Joy who came in, and Pat, and we will see you guys next week.